show you is this desktop KRI application. It's application by one of the boulevard magazines in UK, Sun, and you will see. I think you will like it. What do you think? So she brings you the news, always with different bikinis. Sure. And if you want, you can click on the link, or yeah, there's no internet connection, but whatever. If you want to call her again, you can do it like that. And all the time, different model. It updates. You get it? Yeah, it's a lovely application. It's basically using the chroma key video, so you can just use chroma key video inside your Adobe or applications. Basically, it's very, very useful, and people like it. Okay, the other application I want to show you is more complex. So all these applications I did show you before were mostly like marketing or sexy applications, whatever. But this application is something like Photoshop, but let's say for different kind of users, or let's say different kind of usage. When you draw these ribbons, like that. And you can also set the width, height, layers, and so on. It's called LightBrush. You can get it for free. You can play with it. You can export from this application to other applications, and so on and so on. For instance, like start creating your own creative logos. You can draw in pixels, vectors. You can set buffer, etc.
But the application doesn't seem very responsive.
It's not. It is actually responsive. It's waiting and counting the line after. You know, it's different.
Ah, it's the delay. It's not about the frame rate.
No, it's not about the frame rate. It's because they really wanted to make it like that. You know, but it's very, very responsive, as you can see here, like in the menu.
Okay, I understand the response in interface, but it was only about the canvas. So
I think it's because of the buffer, but yeah, now the buffer is 0, and you can see it's
sure.
it's not nice, you know. If you set buffer 20, it's gonna be, yeah. But I never played so much with it, so I'm not sure how it really works, but it's all about this buffer, you know.
Okay.
So you can get it to lightbrush.com, I think, and try it by yourself. No.
How about the net? So again, how about the native look of our application?
Sorry?
Native look.
You can design your application how you want, you know, so it can look native.
And what about cross operation, like Windows, Mac?
It looks always same. So it looks same on Windows, on Linux, and on Mac.
And
but if you don't want to have a same look on different systems, you can also you get information about which system you're actually running now, so you can set it.
the design of application in its application.
Yeah, it's inside the application. Yeah, the other application is also pretty nice, but it needs internet connection. It's called Times Reader. It's basically a New York Times reader, but as you can see, I'm now offline, and it has stored some content offline on my PC. So I synchronized it a couple days ago on May 2012, and I can go to some news which are now on my computer, or see like that. If I like something, I can go through, and this is basically the digital application of the printed version of New York Times, and you can also search inside this if you're online and so on. You can also play this crossword, etc. And if you would like to synchronize and get on for the new content, just click here and it gets the new information from the server. You can also set this in the settings. Okay, so let's move. Time is flying. What else we have in R2O? This is the new version of R, which is coming out very soon. So we've added USB storage device support detection. So when you connect, for instance, like flash disk or camera or whatever, you actually get information about the files and you can touch the files. Then we also added performance increases. This is connected with 10.1 player. You can also create your native installer. So for instance, DMG or exe. You can launch native applications. So you can, for instance, from our application launch Photoshop, Premiere, whatever application, or your own C++ code or C code. And you can also build socket servers inside R. And these socket servers can be based on TCP/IP or UDP. It's up to you. So you can basically use UDP datagrams inside Adobe applications, and you can create your own server application with R. And we've also added more capabilities with accessibility, so for screen readers.
How about working with device?
Sorry?
How about working with device?
On devices?
No, not on device. With device. Can I work with
You mean with devices? Yeah, well, you can work with devices like USB devices.
Yes.
But you need to have another socket server which is controlling the device, and then you can like pack this C++ code with your application. And
I will write a backend.
sorry?
Write backend for
Yeah, but
socket connection from my application.
yeah, exactly. But you need to bundle this with your application. It's not part of Air, but you can extend Adobe Air by your own applications. So if you need some specific feature. Because there is a problem with that every device has different drivers, so we won't be able to make communication to every device in the world. So that's why you just develop your own C++ little application which you bundle with Air. Adobe Alchemy. This is a project which enables you to compile C++ code into ActionScript bytecode. So basically you can reuse C++ code which is already on the internet. For instance, at sourceforge.net you download some codec in C++. And if there is codec missing or some, let's say, encryption missing inside Flash, you can reuse the C++ code in the Flash. So how does it work? This is the code from 1985. And you can basically play this Mario game like that. Okay, once more. So this application was originally built in C++, and now it's running inside Adobe Air. It can be also ported to Flash application, so you will be able to run it in the browser. You can tweak the graphics wherever you want. And for instance, like a couple guys built, they were missing Ogbor-based codec in Flash, and they built a little library, and they compiled C++ code to ActionScript bytecode, and then you can actually use this Ogbor-based codec inside Flash, for instance. So it's very, very useful for encryption, for some, let's say, bottlenecks inside our Flash application, something like your code is being processed slowly, and C++ code is faster in that specific part. So you create a little C++ library which you add into Flash, and then you can like extend again the possibilities of it.